Interesting facts about famous people.
Fun facts about westerns. Today, we will look at some of the fun facts on the classic western era. Interesting, random bits of information that gives us a little insight into this wonderful genre. If you enjoy this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. If you want to check out my many other videos, head over to my channel. The link is in the description. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel as well. I appreciate it. Let's get into it in no particular order. Westerns, right again. While the Western's heyday ended in the early 1960s, filmmakers continued to revisit the genre over the next few decades. In the last decade, Hollywood has produced remakes of 3:10 to Yuma,
You carrying the hell are you doing here? I don't think you're going.
True Grit,
Well, come to see a fat old man sometime. Yeah!
I can eat a gnat's eye at 90 yards.
and The Magnificent Seven, to name a few.
I'm gonna take a job in a grocery store. Fella says I'm gonna make a Cracker Jack clerk.
Traditional Western fans are typically not so happy with remakes.
Pretty good.
No thanks to the Academy. Despite the enduring popularity of Westerns and the sheer number of Westerns made, only 4 Westerns have ever won the Oscar for Best Picture. 3 of them were made after 1990. No Country for Old Men, 2007.
Skunks.
Unforgiven, 1992. Dances with Wolves, 1990. Cimarron, 1930.
Listos, apunten.
What goes around, comes around. Seeing the success of films like Once Upon a Time in the West, American films began borrowing from the spaghetti westerns. Hang 'Em High and High Plains Drifter, 2 films starring and produced by Clint Eastwood. Both took major cues from the Dollars trilogy. Thanks, Clint. A different generation. John Wayne didn't like High Plains Drifter. He detested the moral ambivalence of the film and wrote a letter to Eastwood saying he didn't like High Plains Drifter. He said it was really about the people who pioneered the West. I realized that there's 2 different generations and he wouldn't understand what I was doing. Singin' Cowpokes. Singing cowboy movies were popular early westerns, featuring the likes of Roy Rogers and Gene Autry. They'd punch cows, then sing about their lady fair. Even some of John Wayne's early characters, such as Singing Sandy Saunders. Wayne's voice was not good. His songs were dubbed by the director's son. Culture at work. In The Searchers, John Wayne's character has a catchphrase, "That'll be the day." In 1956, a rising songwriter, Buddy Holly, saw the movie. That'll Be the Day became his first hit, reaching number 1 on the Billboard charts. Cowboys and sushi. American filmmakers took from foreign influences when it came to westerns. Not just spaghetti westerns were popular. Films by Akira Kurosawa, a Japanese director, were also inspiration for new material. The Magnificent Seven, for example, was taken from Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. And A Fistful of Dollars plagiarized the film Yojimbo. The birth of Hollywood. In 1910, when early filmmaker D.W. Griffiths made In Old California, a Western movie that was made in anything approximating an authentic Western setting. The first film that was shot in the small, unknown town of Hollywood, California. Just for Laughs. The highest grossing Western of the 1970s was Mel Brooks's Western parody, Blazing Saddles. In order to ruin a Western town, a corrupt politician appoints a black sheriff, who promptly becomes his most formidable adversary.
And hearty handshake to our new
Wyatt Earp. John Wayne owed his film persona to the Wild West legend Wyatt Earp. Wayne was introduced to Earp by Western movie star Tom Mix, who, like John Ford, was a close friend of the legendary lawman. The legend, famous as the best Western director of all time, John Ford won 6 Academy Awards over the course of his long career, including 4 Oscars for Best Director. However, none of them was for a Western. Kurt Russell ghost-directed Tombstone. Tombstone was a troubled production, to say the least. Early on, screenwriter and director Kevin Jarre was fired from the production. Kurt Russell stepped up and said, "I'll do it, but don't put my name to it. I'm not that guy." Russell got the name of director George Cosmatos from his friend Sylvester Stallone. Cosmatos and Russell came to an understanding whereby they would go over the next day's shooting in the hotel the night before, Russell approving everything before the next day's shoot. Neil Young lent 2 of his buffalo to Dances with Wolves. The epic Dances with Wolves featured scenes with 3,500 buffalo. The production located a privately owned herd to film in South Dakota. For violent death scenes, a mechanical buffalo was used. But for some of the close-ups, a pair of domesticated buffalo named Mammoth and Cody were used, owned by musician Neil Young. Kevin Costner spoke a female-gendered version of Lakota in Dances with Wolves. Dances with Wolves came out in 1990, received a mixed reception from Native American viewers. They attempted to cast Native actors and portray their history, but fell into tired, white saviour and noble savage stereotypes. One area it fell short was in linguistics. There was only one Lakota speaker on set, who apparently didn't notice mistakes or didn't correct them. While the majority of words in Lakota do not indicate gender, there are some that indicate the gender of the speaker. Apparently Kevin Costner learned the female-gendered version of the language, because that is the only type he spoke in the film. Director Sam Peckinpah was so angry by out-of-focus shots in the film The Wild Bunch, he peed on the movie screen. Directors watch what are called dailies, footage of previously filmed footage. Dailies were a rough quality and could take a while to be processed for review. While watching the dailies for The Wild Bunch, director Sam Peckinpah noticed they were out of focus. As more and more shots appeared, all out of focus, Peckinpah approached the screen and urinated on it. The problem was caused by an undetected broken lens flange, which wasn't found until later, ruining days' worth of footage.
Why not?
I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check out my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.